And now it's time for some things in the news that caught my eye, and this first story really concerns me. Amazon, after making a deal with Apple, is going to kick out all of the unauthorized Apple refurbishers. This story came from Motherboard. You can find it linked on screen here. And what's going to happen now is that Amazon will get more new Apple products to sell in exchange for getting rid of all these refurbishers. And first of all, the Apple refurbishers are doing nothing illegally. They are buying equipment legally. They're repairing it legally. As we learned last week, it's now even legal to bypass DRM and crack it if it means getting the product back to its original form. So there's nothing illegal happening here with these resellers. But because of this deal that Amazon and Apple struck, those folks are getting kicked off the platform, and it could actually cost a lot of them their livelihoods. And this is just a continuing saga here where Apple is just making it not only impossible to fix your own computer, it's also making it difficult for people to get refurbished computers that work perhaps as good as new ones might. Because now they're making it harder for consumers to find them. This speaks to, though, how powerful these platforms have become and how we are all, to some degree or another, kind of at the whims of their terms of service. We all kind of agree to these things when we sign up, but when you look at the landscape for being a reseller on the internet, where are you going to go? eBay and probably Amazon, and now Amazon is off that list, and as consumers are looking for computers, they're going to be steered to new machines, even though there might be a perfectly good and functional, lower-cost Mac that they could have bought from a refurbisher. Now, in the article, it does say that these folks have the opportunity to become official Apple-certified resellers, but there is a lot of restrictions that goes into becoming official. And one person in the article says they lose about 75% of their business if they became an official reseller because Apple restricts what they can and can't repair. So this speaks to just the really anti-competitive behavior on the part of Apple, which I think defies what is very much settled in law here in the United States, that you're able to resell anything you've bought under the first sale doctrine and have the right to repair it. So I think what needs to happen, first of all, is we've got to get more of this right to repair legislation pushed through state legislatures. Hopefully, Apple's competitors will start looking at this behavior and saying, you know what, we're going to start selling official parts out to people so that we can maybe stand out a little differently in the market here. But also it speaks to just how powerful these platforms have become. I'm thinking about Amazon in this case, but you could easily make the connection to YouTube and other media platforms that have a huge audience or a huge number of users and can very much determine what people consume on the content side or what they can buy on the commerce side. And that really impacts markets here, I think, in an artificial way, especially when the products being sold are not being illegally sold, yet they're being denied access to a platform that has a lot of opportunities for folks. So this is going to be the story, I think, of the next 5 to 10 years, especially as it relates to these platforms we're all using and how big they've become. So here we have a huge company, Apple, using their market influence over a huge platform, Amazon, and basically steering customers away from really what should be a free and open marketplace. Apple's saying, nope, we're going to get them all kicked off of here because we want everyone buying new or buying from a reseller that we have anointed and are collecting some revenue from in the process. So right now, some customers might do better buying a used Mac on Amazon. They're going to be steered away from that. It will undoubtedly influence the market given how big Amazon is. So this is certainly anti-competitive behavior on the part of Apple, and I think we're veering into an area where you might start looking at some of these platforms and wonder if we've got an antitrust issue too, because there are so few competitors to Amazon that can rise to their size. And there are, of course, companies trying like Walmart and others, but no one's as big as Amazon right now in this online space, and Apple has essentially adjusted the market there to its benefit, and this is a bad, bad thing. So let's hope we can see some movement in the right to repair movement, but it looks like these large companies are able to very effectively overpower us consumers, and I don't have a lot of confidence here we're going to see much movement in the right direction, unfortunately.
This channel is brought to you by the Lon.TV supporters, including gold-level supporters Chris Allegretta, the Four Guys with Quarters podcast, Tom Albrecht, Too Much Sauce, Gerard Newberg, and Kalyan Kumar. If you want to help the channel, you can by contributing as little as $1 a month. Head over to Lon.TV/support to learn more. And don't forget to subscribe. Visit Lon.TV/s.